Okay, so our next question is, what does secant of pi over 4 equal to square root 2? So let's recall the definition of a secant function. So we know that secant of theta is basically the inverse or the reciprocal of cos theta, right? And so we can say that secant of pi over 4 is equal to 1 over cos of pi over 4. Okay? And so now so from the unit circle, we know that cos, if you guys remember the special angles, pi over 4 is equal to the square root of 2 over 2. And so I draw the triangle here, a right angle triangle. Oops. Okay. Let's say this is a 90 degrees. This is 45. This is also 45. Okay. This is our hypotenuse, right? The longest side. So this is, you guys remember square root 2 is 1, and this is 1. And so cos of 45 which is basically pi over 4, is, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent would be 1 for your hypotenuse, which is square root of 2. Or, yeah. And so this is basically the same thing as saying square root of 2. So in this case, cos pi over 4 is equal to cos of 45. Okay. 45 degrees. And so from this, right, our triangle here, we know that cos of 45 or pi over 4 is square root over 2. And so what we can say, so thus we can say that secant of pi over 4 is equal to 1 over cos of pi over 4. Right, and this, so we just substitute pi over 4 is equal to square root of 2 over 2. So you have 1 over square root of 2 over 2. And this is, so you just flip this over, so you have 2 over square root of 2. Okay. And so the last step would be to rationalize. So you just rationalizing what we have 2 over square root of 2, and to basically cancel out the square root of 2 in the bottom, we multiply the square root of 2 with the numerator and the denominator. And what we have is 2 square root of 2. And if you have a square root, the same square root multiplying each other, you basically have square. And so since the square and the square root are inverse of each other, they cancel out. And so you basically have 2 square root of 2 over 2. So you know that your 2's will cancel out here, and you're left with square root of 2. You're left with square root of 2. And so therefore your closing statement, therefore secant of pi over 4, which is basically the angle 45, is equal to square root of the so this